Today's video is brought to you by my sketchbook. This is my sketchbook. I love my sketchbook. I sketched in my sketchbook today. What did I sketch in my sketchbook? I am about to reveal. La 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 la. I sketched a self-portrait. Aren't we twinning? I'll insert a picture of me here. Aren't we twinning? We are twinning. I don't know. I've been finding myself at a loss for words recently, so we're just gonna record and see where this takes us, because I might post, I might not. All I know is that being myself feels like a struggle, and it feels like more of a struggle than it needs to be. And I don't know for certain why. And it just feels harder and harder every time I sit with myself, because it's just like, you're supposed to be happy. Like, you're supposed to feel all these good feelings, but you don't. And I don't want to end my life, but I also don't know where I'm taking my life. I just feel like everything is standing still, and not everything standing still. I am standing still, and everything else is passing me by. And I do try to take active steps into, being me. But I don't know what being me is. And every time I experiment, because a lot of people that I know, they had their experimenting in middle school and high school, They got over their quote-unquote ugly phase. I never thought they were ugly, but that's how they viewed of themselves, which is fine, because, they like who they are now, I guess. So that's a good thing. And I'm liking where I'm going, but I don't know if I for sure like where I am quite yet. Is it a journey? Yes, it is a journey. Will the journey ever stop? Probably not. But I don't know. I just feel like I keep on constantly going and going and going, and I feel like I can't see where I'm going, so I feel like I'm burning myself out. But at the same time, I also feel like holding everything up isn't the answer, because that's what I've been doing, and it doesn't feel as authentic. And if I'm on this journey of being the most authentic version to myself, that means I also have to be honest with myself. Not just the happy stuff, but also not just the happy stuff, but also the sad stuff too. Like, I don't like to think of myself as an unhappy person, but I low-key be feeling like that. I don't know how, like, I low-key feel unhappy a lot more times than I don't. And it's not that I live a terrible life. Like, I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for everything in my life. I just feel genuinely unhappy, and there's nothing that I feel like it's a default. Not that I feel unhappy all the time. I just feel like it's a default. Like, I do this. Like, I do this, and then I expect the crash and burn that happens afterwards, because I don't know how to properly handle myself in situations. And I'm not a child, so I can't just be like, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. And I just feel like I'm so self-aware, but also being self-aware of my faults is also my biggest downfall. I acknowledge when I do good things for myself, because it's good to acknowledge those things. It's good to acknowledge the good. It's good to acknowledge all the icky, but it just feels so, I don't know, icky. Like, what do you mean I'm supposed to, what do you mean I feel like the sketchbook drawing? Like, what do you mean I felt like that? Why do I feel like that? I don't know. And it definitely doesn't help when you don't have a community of people who wants to embrace their stuff. Like, I feel like I'm surrounded by people who constantly want to run away from themselves. So whenever I decide to try to be open with them about it, they're just like, oh, just tuck that away. What do you mean tuck that away? What do you mean tuck that away? Like, I'm tired of having to tuck away my feelings and my identity, because the truth is, the more I run from that, the more prevalent it becomes. I can't just run away from that. Like, that's a part of me. That's part of me. I am struggling to accept. And to the people in my life who should matter, to the people who claim to be part of my community, they don't understand. And I don't need them to understand. I don't expect anyone to understand. But I just need them to accept that that's who I am. Like, you want me to be happy, smiley all the time, just doing this, everything for everyone. My life is not made to make you happy. I was not put on this earth to make you happy for your existence. If I'm feeling upset, I'm feeling upset. It doesn't have to be, you're ungrateful for this, you're ungrateful for that. Like, what? What? I can be appreciative of the things in my life and still accept the bad things too, because guess what? Just because someone else has it worse doesn't mean all of a sudden I'm on the top of the world. I might not be homeless, but that doesn't mean I can't live in a happy household. Like, even if I was rich with $1 billion and I just had like $1 billion coming to my account every day, why does that matter if I'm not feeling happy? Like, why are my feelings negated because you think you have it worse than me? What am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? Because if every time I want to talk about how I feel, your immediate answer is to tell me how there are a lot of people who have it worse than me and I should just shut my mouth and stop worrying and complaining. Yo, I'm 20. Like, I'm not a freaking kid. And even when I was a kid, I did not deserve to be shut down that way. Like, it never has been okay and it never will be. And the older I get, the more un-okay it is, because I'm not going to sit back and let you just negate all my feelings, negate my personhood, negate who I am as a person. Like, this is me. I've been drawing so many pretty drawings of myself. I've been drawing so many pretty things of myself and pretty images of myself. And they're all good. Don't get me wrong. I love feeling pretty. I love feeling cute. But it feels like a lie when I don't accept that this is also who I am. Like, this is also who I am. But, like, I can't be true to myself if I don't accept that this is me, too. Like, that's my twinning them. Twinning them. And I feel like that's what also makes it so hard for me to open up to people that haven't known me for a long time. And even those who've known me for a long, like, just to open up to people in general, I've been finding it difficult too. Because if the people who are supposed to love you can't accept every part of you, what more would you expect from a stranger? What more do you expect from a stranger? And I know these things aren't my fault. It's one thing to say they aren't your fault. I know they aren't my fault. I'm not trying to say everything's my fault. I know when to take accountability for my actions. I know when not to. Because not everything can be my fault. It's a relationship, and there's not only one person who is always heavily, I can't take the blame for everything. I'm not perfect. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I am perfect. I never said I didn't have no flaws. But at least I'm a little funny and I'm pretty. Or however that goes. I'll memorize that later. But it's just so silly to me that people, like, I understand wanting to put your best foot out there. But babes, again, I'm only human. Like, I can't just you can't expect me to be happy all the time. I feel like I compartmentalize all my feelings into these tiny little boxes because that's what I was told to do, right? Like, I was told to just shove this here, shove this there, and deal with it later. Then later never comes because there's always something that's more important or should take bigger priority than those things. But all those things need to be dealt with. And now I'm here feeling crazy, trying to sort through everything because this side is messy, this side is messy, this side is messy. By the time I finish one side, this side has started getting a mess. By the time I finish this side, that side is a mess again. And I'm just like, It just drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Because on top of that, there are things I'm genuinely afraid about. There are things about the world, like externally, that I have to face, that I have to overcome, that I have to conquer. But internally, there's still this struggle that I can't. I'm trying my best to stop making it a fight. I'm trying to talk talk things out, be rational with myself, have a proper discussion. But there's no proper discussion when it comes to not liking or accepting who you are as a person. I have an idea of what it is to like myself, because I love myself. Don't get me wrong. I love myself. Loving and liking are two different things. I feel like inherently I love myself. I love that I'm giving myself a chance. I love that I'm putting in the effort. I love that I am choosing to grow and to look at myself and to not pick apart, but to acknowledge the parts about myself that makes me worth loving, right? But then to like yourself is a different thing, because you can like all the good stuff. Like, there are people who will literally get babies because, they love the baby phase. It's so cute. Like, I just want a baby. I just want a baby. But then the baby grows up to someone who can talk back to you. And then the baby grows up into its own person, because that's essentially what that baby is. It's its own person. A baby turns into someone who doesn't need you. And then all of a sudden that baby is worthless and you don't want to hear anything. And all of a sudden you've forgotten all that joy that you had whenever that grown human being was still in its baby phase. That is how I feel about myself. Like, I love myself, because how could I not? But do I like where I'm going? And I feel like I'm constantly checking myself. And it's one thing if I was checking myself and I had people remind me who I am, like the true version of who I am, who helped me like stay grounded in that. But I don't feel like I do. Like, the version of myself I feel they see is not who I feel. Like, and it's not like I'm trying to be fake, because those moments, while they're happening, they feel so real. They feel so beautiful. They feel so fulfilling. Like, when I'm happy, you can tell that I am happy. It's not just some mask I put on. It's not just some play or some act. It's me being me. But then I get into this headspace where I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And I start doubting everything, and I don't know how to undoubt. I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. But like, when can I just generally like rest and relax? Like, why do I have to keep pushing? Why do I have to keep fighting myself to be myself? Like, why can't I just accept? And it's so hard because, again, this is why the company you keep around yourself is very important. I feel like this might be partially on me. This probably is partially on me. Let me put that out there. I feel like I surround myself with people who run away a lot. Like, all they know is to run. And then in some instances of your life, you are supposed to run, right? But it can't be every time. It can't be every time. I can't keep constantly running, because guess what? My energy is not infinite. It's gonna run out. It's gonna run out, and I'm gonna be tired, and I'm gonna be exhausted, and I'm gonna look at you like, wow, what am I doing here? I look at myself all the time like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? I can go watch movies, and I can go watch movies. I can make art. I can hang out with friends. I can write and I can read. But it feels like there's no substance to that, to me. Like, what do I have to offer? And I know I have something to offer, which is one of the more annoying parts, because it's like, it feels like there's someone sleeping inside of me who's waiting to come out, and I don't know what she wants. I don't know what she's waiting for. I don't know what she needs to come out, because I don't know what to expect, and that's scary. And I'm pushing through because, she deserves to come out. She deserves to be heard. She deserves to be seen. I just don't know how to get to that point. Like, I understand, like, there are people who've told me, like, I have a guiding light, is what someone told me last week. And as crazy as it might sound to some people, I believe it. Like, I love I love helping people. Not in like the, it used to be in the people pleaser way, but on like some real stuff, I love helping people. I love trying to make people feel better. I feel like that is my calling on earth. But I also feel like I've been surrounded with so many selfish people that I feel like I've been surrounded with so many selfish people who don't mind me losing myself to be palatable to who they are. And if you read my Instagram bio, that's one of the reasons why I changed my Instagram bio to what it is. If you, something about being digestible, like you can choke. Like, generally, if you don't, I'm not going to make myself more digestible for you. You can choke. Because why should I? Would you do the same for me? Like, you have no issue coming up to me with all your problems, but then I have an issue, and all of a sudden it's like, why are you even talking for real? Just because I choose to not talk about my issues sometimes doesn't mean it's not any less real. And I'm tired of feeling like I'm silly for having issues. Like, ever since I was young, like, I've always been told like I'm silly for having issues. I'm silly for worrying about some things. Like, the adults in my life are supposed to protect me. What happens when those adults are the ones hurting me? What happens when those adults are the ones hurting me? Like, what am I supposed to do then? I'm just supposed to be like, I guess this is my normal. I guess it's my life. I'm just supposed to be happy with it and accept it and just be so glad I even have a family. Like, what? What? It's crazy to me, and it will never not be crazy to me to live. Because at the same time, I feel like I'm also having this like constant battle with God about who I am. Because it's like, I run to him for comfort, but I also want a relationship with him where I'm not just crying to him all the time. I want a relationship with him when I'm feeling happy. And when I feel happy, I let him know. I'm like, God, Papa G, I'm feeling real good right now, you know. But it doesn't feel like the same amount of desperation to love him than when I'm feeling unhappy. And I'm like, is it real love then? Is it real love if all I do is cry to him and then run away? And I feel like that's what I do to myself. At the same time, it's like I'm more hyper aware of when I'm unhappy than when I am happy. When I'm happy, I live in the moment. I don't think about unhappy times. When I'm unhappy, all I can think of is be happy and how I feel like I was faking it, but I really wasn't. Like, I genuinely felt those feelings. I genuinely felt the happiness. Genuinely felt the joy. But then, why don't I draw pictures of the happiness and the joy? Why is it this that comes out? Why is this the image that comes out? Why is she the picture that my mind finds comfort with? Why is she the image my mind finds peace with? I think part of the reason I draw myself like this is because nothing about this is supposed to be perfect. This is how I choose to view myself. I didn't look in the mirror when I drew it. I just drew how I felt. Call me Picasso. Call me Picasso. I just drew how I felt. And drawing this feels so much easier. Like, living this feels so much easier than living any other way. But I don't want to be an unhappy person. I'm not choosing to identify myself as this. This is just who I am, and it's a part of me that I need to accept. I just don't know how to accept her and still make space for everything else. I don't know how to make space for myself. Because I still want I'm still human. I still want connections with everyone around me. I still want strong, meaningful connections. And I still want more. I want to help. I want to be there for people. I want to support people. But I feel like I can barely do that for myself. So what am I supposed to offer other people? What am I supposed to offer other people? And it's not like anyone's expecting. No, there are some people who are expecting a lot from me. And that's fine. But I'm trying my best to not feel like I have to measure up to people's expectations of me. I feel like putting my best foot forward, whether people realize it's my best foot or not, is all I can do. It's all I know to do. This right now is my best foot. This is my best foot. This is who I am in this very moment. Am I not allowed to feel like who I am? Do I always have to paint you a nice, pretty, smooth, crisp lines, wonderful rendering image of myself? No, because that's not always me. It's a part of me that a lot of people see, and you're allowed to see that, you're allowed to appreciate it. But this is the only way I get to express this, through my arts. Because the truth is, that energy, it never goes away. Energy is neither created or destroyed. It's just transformed. And whenever this energy gets into me, whenever it sparks up inside of me, I can't just ignore it. I can't just push it away and swallow it and hide it down, because you don't tell people to hide their happy feelings unless you're a prick. Then you tell them to hide their happy feelings. You don't tell people to hide their happy feelings. Why does it have to be acceptable to you before I can do it? Like, I can't just be me. Like, a nigga can't breathe. Like, a nigga can't breathe. Therapy's expensive. For now, this is cheap because I already have the supplies. The reason I'm doing this video is because I need people to know that I'm not perfect. Like, I've lived my life being told I have to be perfect. I have to perform perfection. But I'm tired of performing for people. If you think I'm not perfect, you're allowed to think I'm not perfect, because I'm not. If I have ever to anyone in my life portrayed that I am perfect and that is all I ever am, I'm sorry. I don't believe that I do, but at the same time, I don't know how people perceive me in the different aspects of life, so I can't just negate people's feelings. I'm trying my best to show up authentically myself, which means being her and 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 all the different beautiful versions of me. Because this version of me is beautiful too. She's gorgeous even. She's so radiantly accepting and loving. And it's so hard to love her when people tell me to be ashamed of her. Do you need reason to love? Do you genuinely need reason to love? Because just like you asked me, why are you unhappy? Why are you happy? Why are you happy? I can give you 1,000,001 reasons to be unhappy, just like you can give me 1,000,001 reasons to be unhappy, happy, whatever. It doesn't matter. I forgot the first one I said. It doesn't make your reasons any less valid. I feel validity in her. I also feel validity in all the different versions of her. I'm tired of feeling crazy for accepting that. That's part of me. Like, that's part of me. It's like 6 a.m., y'all. So I'm gonna go to bed. I have a hangout. I'm supposed to wake up in 3 hours. This is probably gonna be deleted, but it's okay. It's all in your head. And you the best. Is that where it is? Yeah. You the best. DJ Khaled. How I feel. All the time. This is fine. 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 What does fine feel like? Because everyone says they're fine, but no one looks fine to me. They can lie to themselves all they want, but I don't know who they think they're lying to. I can see it. Like no one's fine. And it's okay to not be fine, but why do you have to lie to yourself? And you have to lie to yourself. Why can't you just... It's okay to not be fine. It's okay to not feel good. It's okay to feel yucky and icky and disgusting, because that's part of being human. Believe it or not, you're not supposed to feel fine all the time. I definitely do not. And regardless of how fine I feel from a day to day and moment to moment circumstances, I'm gonna still keep pushing. I'm gonna still keep going to find out what fine looks like for me in every aspect of the word. Because I will be fine eventually. It'll just take me a little while to get there, and that's okay. That's okay. Bye, lovelies. Till next time.